This video will give you proper instructions to safely put the rig into work position. The first step is to lower your outriggers, both the rear and the front end, as you can see here. After the outriggers, both front and rear, are lowered down, the next step is to loosen all the cables, both tail out cables, the sand line cable, and your main line cable. Unhook them from the road latches. When all of your hooks are out of the road position lug latches, you put weights on the extra tail out, your lift cylinder that will lift your tongs. You put a weight on that hook, and you also put a hook on your sand line cable. The main line does not need one because of the line block. The operator is now ready to lift the mast into working position. As you lift, you will have to adjust the slack in the cables as the traveling block on the main line and the sand line will want to go up as you raise the mast. So you will have to put slack in the cables in order for everything to run smoothly. The operator noticed that when he's at almost 90 degrees, he can swing out the swing arm cable and get it out of the way so that everything hangs freely. When ready to telescope the stinger out of the mast, the boom should be just past 90 degrees, and then you can run your tail out to extend the mast. The buzzer you hear is of a sensor that we installed to identify that the latch is not in a current position to run the rig. The buzzer has now gone away and the latch is in a safe working mode. You also want to make note of any power lines that could be in the area. Obviously, you do not want to run the mast up into a power line. As you can hear the beeping, he's got it now out of the latch and is able to lower it down or extend it out. At this point, though, the stinger is completely extended and he's now just going to rest it back into place. The tail out winch is now much smoother. It might be a bit slower, but it is much smoother on extending the stinger out. And he's now has it rested inside another section of the stinger. Take note of the two tail out winches, and you want to make sure that the cables do not get kind of a poor wrap on the drum. You want it to be nice and tight. A problem happens when there becomes a lot of slack in it and it will jump the drum. That's a good position for the cables to be onto the drum. The tail out cables are for tailing out column and the other is for extending the mast. Do not lift anything other than a single section of column pipe with the tail out cables. Doing so can damage the pinion shaft and the winch drum and the cable itself. We cannot stress this enough. The latch indicator also has an LED light that signifies that the latch is in the lock position. Sorry you guys, I cannot zoom in on this to show this, but there is a yellow LED light that signifies that it is in a locked position. When your job is complete, you can set the rig down into road position in the same steps in reverse order. Lower the stinger down. Start to lower the mast. Bring in the swing arm so it rests comfortably on the mast, and set the mast down. Once again, you will have to adjust the main line and the sand line cables as you lower the mast. Once the mast is lowered into road position, remove the weights from the 3 cables and hook them into the road latches, the road lugs. From there, you raise your front and rear outriggers, and you are ready to move on to another job. If you have any questions in regards to the safety of erecting the rig into work position, please contact Hunke Manufacturing at 402-568-2221. Thank you.